to add beats is layering. So we can look for different types of snare-like sounds, maybe a clap to add with our snare. So where is a clap? We can just click and drag on our keyboard here. We can also be doing this on our actual MIDI controller as well. If you don't have a MIDI controller, the other way I wanted to mention too was using musical typing, which is under Window, Show Musical Typing, and then it pops up this bar window here, and we can be clicking these to actually get the drum sounds on our musical typing keyboard. So we can look for a clap sound here. I have to go down an octave here, so I press Z to get different sounds. You can see that we were up here. I need to go down one. So let's add this kind of clap sound. And I can just press R on my keyboard, and then whenever the snare comes, I'm just going to click it with my mouse with E. Okay, I'm going to X that, and you can see my natural playing just with my mouse. I wasn't fully in time. I'm going to zoom in and show you that. This clap was supposed to be right there. It's hard sometimes as a human to play totally in time. That's okay. That's why we have things like quantization, and we can click that and just drag it into place. And I'll do that with the other snares. They're clap sounds. The other way to do that is like what we did. You can highlight them, and then you would want to quantize it by 1/16. I think what we'll do is just highlight the claps and just really lower that velocity just so they're not overpowering the snare. So I'm going to highlight those and just bring that total velocity down to like 35. So let's hear what that sounds like. Another way to add more life to your beats or to adding different percussive elements. You can maybe add, like, go into the drum set, maybe use musical typing and search for sounds. So let's go down an octave, see what sounds we got. So maybe we could use that on some of these snare notes. And you can see when I'm clicking on it, it's highlighting this note. There's a dot that shows up. So we know that we can just go there with our mouse, press Command, and I can actually put it there. So maybe I only want it on this note and this note. Let's also look for like some type of hi-hat opens that we can use. So let's open up musical typing in by pressing Command K, and I'm gonna search for like an open hat. So something like this. You can also add some shakers if you want to, or a crash at the beginning of the beat. But let's add these hats first, where I'm thinking is like something like right here. So I'm just going to draw it in with my mouse. I can click it and I know it's on this note, this black key here. So I'm going to press Command and just put it right there. I think that's where I want it. Let's just listen to it in context. Yeah, that's where I want it. I can make that a bit longer, and I can also make it a bit harder. So 37, I'll bring that velocity up to about 77. And I'm also going to put the same one at the end. So I can make a copy of it, and also I'm just going to draw it with my pencil right here. So let's hear what that sounds like. I'm just also pressing C on my keyboard. This is just going to turn this cycle on and off. So I know if I want to start the loop from the beginning, I can just press C and then space bar. So maybe something at the end just to pick it up, going to the next bar, like a tom sound and maybe a percussive sound like that. We also saw some shakers that we could add. So the shakers were P, so this black key there. We can add so maybe shakers at a slower tempo. So maybe these are 1/8 pattern, the hi-hats. Let's add a shakers doing 1/4. So these are the shakers. I'm going to zoom in for you. And I'm just going to add shaker pattern like this. I can keep drawing them in, but I can also be doing copies like this, holding down Option and dragging, making these copies. So that's a pretty good beat just to get a vibe going for a song, right? If you wanted to do a quick mix while you're songwriting and creating, you can go into the controls menu at the top here, and you can see the volume knobs for each of the elements. So if your kick's too quiet, your snare's too loud, you go in and fix the actual, you can do a quick mix here.